President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi presided over two separate meetings with the Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and a number of ministers, discussing ways of supporting the agricultural sector. Here are the details.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held two separate meetings on Saturday discussing ways of supporting the agricultural sector. The first meeting was held and attended by Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources Engineer Tariq Al-Mulla, Minister of Supply and Internal Trade Dr. Alim Salhi, Minister of Agriculture Dr. Said Al-Qasir, Major General Ahmed Al-Azazi, Head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, and a number of other top executives. Presidential spokesperson Councillor Ahmed Fahmi said the president gave his instructions to fully support the agricultural sector and the farmers and resume efforts to upgrade the agricultural system to encourage the cultivation of strategic crops. The head of state also asked the executives to quickly announce the prices of corn, soya beans and other oily crops with the aim of increasing the productivity of this type of crops, particularly those included in animal feed industry. The second meeting would
On behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri participated in the 36th annual summit of the African Union held in Addis Ababa and due to last for 2 days. Egypt's top diplomat addressed the summit's opening sessions, tackling a number of climate change's concerns, and here are the details.
On behalf of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri participated on Saturday in the 36th annual summit of the African Union held in Addis Ababa and due to last for 2 days. In his word before the gathering, Shukri stressed Egypt's keenness to put the African climate changes of the continent as a priority of the world climate action. The minister, who shared in the world leaders and head of governments committee concerned with African climate change cause, reviewed the most eminent results of the COP27 held last November in the ritzy resort of Sharm el-Sheikh, on top of which is the establishment of the Loss and Damage Fund directed to support developing countries suffering from climate change and negative repercussions. Foreign Ministry official spokesperson Ambassador Ahmed Abu Zaid said Egypt's top diplomat highlighted the valuable participation of the African leaders in the COP27, which reflected the African commitment to have its role in global climate action. Shukri also pointed to the importance of approving the program of fair transfer of energy, which considers the different economic and social aspects of each country. The results of the COP27 also touched upon other vital issues like food security, environmental protection, stressing the role of forests to contain emissions, as well as launching a number of initiatives regarding water, agriculture, energy, green hydrogen, asserting the fact that those results would never have been achieved without the support of African states and institutions. The meeting, which was presided by Kenyan President William Ruto, also tackled the stance of the African Negotiators Group, as well as the African Climate Commission's role in presenting solutions for various environment crises in different African zones.
Meanwhile, Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri asserted the Egyptian full support of stability, peace and prosperity in Tunisia. This came during his meeting with the Tunisian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Migration and Tunisians Abroad, Nabil Ammar, on the sidelines of the 36th Ordinary Session of the African Union Assembly at the level of the heads of state and government. In a statement, official spokesman for the Foreign Ministry, Ahmed Abu Zaid, said that Shukri congratulated the Tunisian counterpart on assuming his post, stressing the importance of continued action toward enhancing the bilateral ties. The ministers also discussed the Libyan file, pointing to the necessity of backing the constitutional course of the Libyan House of Representatives and the High Council of State to hold the presidential and the legislative elections. The Tunisian foreign minister stressed the importance of the Libyan security for the national security of both countries, highlighting the necessity of the full withdrawal of the mercenaries and the foreign gunmen from Libya. Secretary General of the Arab League Ahmed Abul Ghait participated in the African Union annual summit which is held for 2 days in Addis Ababa. During the inaugural session, Abu Ghaid delivered a speech in which he stressed the importance of promoting cooperation between the Arab and the African worlds. Abu Ghaid also criticized the international community for abandoning its responsibilities to establish a two-state solution, with the Israeli brutality to force the Palestinians to leave their homeland. He also pointed out that the situation in Libya represents a top priority for all the partners in the Arab and the African countries, calling on all the Libyan parties to resort to a peaceful political solution in order to reach political stability. The Secretary General affirmed the Arab League's commitment to stand by Sudan to complete the transitional period through the framework agreement that was signed in December of 2022. Moreover, Abu Ghaid called for strengthening cooperation among the Arab countries to support Somalia in the fight against terrorism, consolidate the foundations of security and stability, and confront the devastating effects of the drought. Meanwhile, a senior Israeli diplomat was removed from the African